The dinosaurs ended in fire and dust. That is the story we all know. But it is not the complete story. It is the story of the surface, the story of the unfortunate, the story of the vast majority who were erased in a geological instant. In the ensuing darkness, as a long winter choked the life from the planet, something endured. Not the titans like Tyrannosaurus or Triceratops, but something smaller, quicker, and vastly more adaptable. Deep within the Earth's crust, sheltered in extensive cave systems warmed by geothermal heat, small pockets of life clung on. Among them were the troodontids, dinosaurs already gifted with some of the largest brains for their body size, feathered for insulation, and possessing grasping hands and forward-facing eyes. They were survivors, and in the silent, sunless world of the deep, their evolution took a radical new turn. For millions of years, as mammals inherited the scorched surface and began their slow rise, the descendants of these dinosaurs adapted to a world of darkness and pressure. The evolutionary pressures were immense and unique. In the absolute black, sight became a different sense, evolving to perceive thermal signatures and the faintest glimmers of bioluminescence. Hearing became incredibly acute, capable of navigating complex caverns through echolocation, like bats in a cathedral of stone. Their feathers, once for warmth, may have become sensitive feelers, detecting air currents and the subtle vibrations of movement. Their bodies grew leaner, their bones lighter but stronger to navigate their three-dimensional world of cliffs and chasms. Their brains, already large, exploded in complexity. Survival in these isolated, resource-scarce environments demanded extreme cooperation and communication. Simple grunts and chirps evolved into a complex language of clicks, whistles, and perhaps even controlled bioluminescent pulses, flashing silent messages in the dark. They became a new species, no longer dinosaurs in the way we know them, but something else. Something intelligent. They built no fires, for there was nothing to burn. Instead, their technology became biological and geological. They learned to cultivate entire ecosystems of glowing fungi for light and food. They carved their cities not with metal, but with focused sound and directed water erosion, shaping their cavernous homes over generations. They mastered geology, understanding the deep rhythms of the planet, predicting earthquakes, and tapping geothermal energy not with machines, but with living conduits. Their society was one of patience, silence, and deep ancestral memory, a stark contrast to the frantic, sun-drenched world above. Millions of years passed in this hidden kingdom. Then, one day, their curiosity, the defining trait of any intelligent species, drove them upwards. Scouts, cloaked in skin that could mimic the rock around them, emerged onto the surface for the first time in an epoch. They did not find a pristine, empty world. They found it teeming with a new kind of animal. A loud, bipedal ape, barely out of the Stone Age, but spreading like a wildfire. This was their first encounter with humanity. From their perspective, we must have been terrifying. We were chaotic, emotional, and astonishingly violent. Our tribal conflicts, our wasteful use of fire, our frantic pace of life would have been utterly alien to their silent, patient nature. They watched us from the shadows of forests and the peaks of mountains. They saw our potential for intelligence, but also our seemingly limitless capacity for destruction. A great debate must have raged in their subterranean cities. Should they make contact? Should they reveal themselves as the true elders of this planet? The conclusion was unanimous and absolute. To reveal themselves would be to sign their own death warrant. Humanity would react with fear, with greed, and with violence. They would be hunted as monsters, dissected as curiosities, or eradicated as rivals. And so, their civilization's highest law was established: they would remain hidden. Their existence would become a secret kept for millennia. So where are they now, in our modern world of satellites and sensors? They are in the places we cannot, or will not, go. Their largest cities may lie miles beneath the Earth's crust, in stable pockets of the mantle we can barely comprehend. They established colonies in the crushing pressure and absolute dark of the deepest ocean trenches, building their bioluminescent structures on the abyssal plains. They may even have bases beneath the vast, unexplored ice sheets of Antarctica, using the immense geothermal heat below to power their civilization. They are the masters of the extremes. Their technology would be undetectable to us. It isn't electronic. It leaves no radio signature. Their stealth is biological camouflage, a psychic stillness, an ability to exist just outside the periphery of our awareness. They are the origin of our deepest myths. The vague legends of serpent people, the mysterious figures of folklore, the underground dwellers that surface in the tales of every ancient culture. They are the unidentified submerged objects that move with impossible speed from our deepest trenches. They are not visitors from another star. They are the original inhabitants of this one. They watch us, and they have watched us for a very long time. They study our internet, our broadcasts, our scientific discoveries, learning everything about the noisy apes who inherited their world. They are likely not malicious. They are simply survivors. They see the planet as a single, interconnected system, and humanity as a dangerously unstable variable. Perhaps they have intervened, in ways so subtle we would never notice, pushing a key scientific discovery, preventing a nuclear cataclysm, nudging our trajectory just enough to stop us from destroying the entire planetary ecosystem they, too, depend on. We scan the heavens, listening for a signal from a distant star, hoping to find that we are not alone in the universe. We look for aliens in all the wrong places. We fail to consider that a second, older intelligence may have been here all along, listening to us from the darkness below. The ultimate question is not whether they exist, but for how much longer they will be content to simply watch. As our species pushes the planet's climate and biosphere to a breaking point, their ancient policy of non-interference may be coming to an end. After all, this is their planet too. And they have been waiting for 66 million years.